Hey everybody. So today we're going to talk about a software called AI Engine Host. And this is a hosting slash AI software platform, a suite of tools really that is supposed to give you unlimited web hosting, unlimited storage bandwidth, crap ton of AI tools and apps that you can install, the ability to resell, all kinds of things that they promise. And in this video today, we're going to take a look at this software and see if one, they make good on their promises, and two, if it's worth the money that you invest into it. Now, what you invest into it can be pretty low if you just get their base packages, even the first couple of upgrades. You can stay under $100. But if you want to get everything, it's going to cost you a little over $600 to get their entire package. That is all of their OTO upgrades or one-time offers. So I went ahead and purchased all these so that I can test them out and see if it's any good. And today, that's what we're going to talk about, and we're going to go over it. And I'm going to start out by showing you the sales pages and what they promise. And then we're going to get logged into the actual platform, and I'm going to show you what you actually get and what it looks like, how basics on how it works. I'm not going to go like do a tutorial or anything, but I want you to see the actual interface and see what you really get. So without that further ado, let's go ahead and, when I was growing up, I was always told that if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. And I'm just going to be upfront and say that with the AI Engine Host product, that whole kind of holds true. That statement holds very true, unfortunately. So let's go over this and take a look at it, and I'll show you why I say that. First of all, we are on the AIEngineHost.com main homepage. And what you see here is that it says it's breakthrough US data center based NVIDIA GPU powered hosting, host unlimited sites, apps, AI apps, and domains, all for an unbeatable one-time low price. That's right, folks. This amazing offer is a lifetime deal. And it's so again, right off the bat, it kind of sounds like it might be a little too good to be true. I mean, just basic hosting for a lifetime deal seems, a little bit suspicious. But I have seen a couple of lifetime deal hosting uh, offers that are pretty good. And in fact, I hold a couple of them and on occasion use them. And they are pretty decent. So there are some out there that do offer lifetime hosting and kind of live up to their promises. So that for that reason, I decided to give this one the benefit of the doubt. So let's take a look at it here. So AI powered hosting platform. Experience blazing fast performance optimized for AI apps and websites. Unlimited website and domain hosting. Hosts as many sites and domains without restrictions. 400 plus web and AI apps. Instant install. Supports popular AI models. Unlimited WordPress hosting. NVIDIA GPU powered servers. USA data center based AI hosting. Unlimited NVMe SSD storage and bandwidth, free SSL certs, hosting control dashboard, one-time payments, built-in app installer, developer-friendly environment, drag and drop site builder, full DNS management, daily backups, and site protection, AI WordPress tools integration, 24/7 VIP customer support, 99.9% uptime guarantee, and perfect for marketers, developers, and agencies. Scalable, secure, and simple to use. Ironclad 30-day money back guarantee. All right, so today only, the base package is $16.95. Pretty good deal, right? All right, so for a lifetime hosting for $16.95, that right there what should have been a little bit of a red flag, I'll be honest. But again, I was not convinced yet, and I decided to still give it a shot. So basically, it says it allows you to set this up with 3 easy steps and get started right away with zero experience. So then what was so let's see here. Let's not get too deep into this right this second. Let's go for a little bit further. Let's check on the first of your one-time offers. Now, this one is just basically an upgrade where you get premium SSL, light speed boost, and full AI hosting power, including model deployment, auto scaling, smart WordPress, and AI app management. All right, so this adds a few things. Now, you'll notice, first of all, one of the first red flags you'll see on this page is that it lists pretty much a lot of the same features that you're supposed to get with the first package, okay? And there's not a whole lot of new things that appear to be offered here. There's a few differences, but not very many. And number two, you unlock unlimited access to everything. Now, I'll keep in mind, remember here, the very first site package claims that you get unlimited websites and domains, unlimited storage and bandwidth. All of that is listed on the primary package, right? So um, that is a red flag that now all of a sudden you're upgrading to that according to this one, right? So, that's a kind of a red flag. I'm already supposed to have that with the main first package that I bought. But okay, let's say I have to upgrade to get that. So, unlimited AI app hosting, websites, domains, subdomains, bandwidth, global traffic, SSD and NVMe storage, AI model deployments, SaaS launcher, auto scaling engine, AI automation panel, custom client and team panel builder, one-click AI site generator, unlimited AI app hosting, unlimited websites, domains, and subdomains. Now see, now they're repeating things that is up here as well. Okay, so these are all the same things, just now repeated. All of this, right? Then you have the DFY package. Now, the DFY package says that they will set everything up for you. So they'll set up your AI Engine host account. They'll deploy your AI tools, launch your very own branded AI hosting platform, just like ChatGPT or Jasper AI. Handle setup, branding, AI app deployment, website security automation, and storefront, all 100% done for you. You simply log in, start selling, and charge clients $500 to $1,000 a week, month, or yearly for access to your hosting and AI services. With number four, this is the site builder, world state of the art, world class website builder. Oh, this one, again, something we're going to talk about because this is one that really upset me a little bit here. But basically, it says you get a nice AI website builder with 10,000 done for you website templates, a live editor, advanced drag and drop functionality. You can clone an existing site, one click publish and host, blazing fast page loading, all of these promises. And then number five. And number five, this is supposed to be a WordPress website manager. So this is sort of supposed to, according to the way they build this, they're basically saying it's supposed to be something like you might have seen before in WP Engine or WPMU Dev or WP Umbrella, something like that, where you can literally manage as many websites as you want to with updates, monthly reports, automated backups, performance monitoring, built-in security and malware scanner, user and client access management, maintenance mode control, real-time traffic and usage stats, white label client reporting, one-click app launch and management, centralized login system, auto update scheduling, and multi-site support. In upgrade number six, you get a one-click SEO optimizer, which optimizes your entire website for maximum search engine traffic. Unlimited link analyzer, malware scan, bulk URL shortener, keyword analyzer, IP analysis, index checker, social network analysis, website analyzer, and so much more for just $27 for lifetime usage. All right. And the next one, this is the agency upgrade, which lets you create unlimited AI engine host accounts for anyone you want. You can sell them, give them away, rent them out, limited time agency opportunity. And basically, everything that you've gotten in the first 6 OTOs, you can turn around and resell to your clients with this particular upgrade. At least that's the promise. Number 8, the all-in-one AI app suite. So this is, they say it's going to replace like 18 complicated apps. And you're talking about things like ChatGPT, Leonardo AI, Midjourney, among others that they claim that this thing can replace. You can use to create websites, videos, graphics, transform ideas into images, marketing content, no third-party dependency, and finally, the last of their 9 upgrade offers. This one is what they call a reseller plan and allows you to basically resell and keep 100% of profits, they say. All right. So now we're going to log in here and we are going to take a look at what you actually get and what you actually see when you log in here. And as we talk about this, as we do this, I'm going to refer back to these sales pages and show you the differences and show you what you do and do not get and, the reality of it. So let's take a look at all that stuff. All right. So first of all, this is our reseller account hosting dashboard, supposedly reseller, as you can see, it actually says reseller up here. And if you scroll down here and go over here, click on reseller and manage, it shows you as being a reseller. And it takes you to this page. Hold on here, let it load. Takes you to this page where you see the reseller dashboard. Now, these are the very first things I want to point out here. Remember how if you go back to the first couple of sales pages here, it talks about getting unlimited everything, right? Um, so let's take a look here. First of all, what we're seeing here, I believe, is CentOS Web Panel, which is a relatively popular open source web hosting control panel. I've used it in the past. It's been a while, but I've used it in the past. And as a control panel, it's a pretty good option. And it is pretty cool. So here's the problem. All right, so let's look at my bandwidth, for example, or my accounts. I can only have 9,999 FTP accounts. Now, who's ever going to have that many accounts? FTP accounts, I don't know. But as a reseller, I guess you might if you get that many clients. Same with email accounts, email lists. Domains, it says you can only have 40. Subdomains, you can have 40. Parked domains, you can have 40. Databases, you can have under 10,000 and 100 accounts. All right. And disk quota, look at that. It says I'm using 104 megabytes. Now, the quota that they give you, what they actually allow you to have here, is just 10 gigabytes. All right. Now, I reached out to their customer support about this because this is one of the very first things I noticed that was way off on what I was promised here. And they tell you that you get unlimited, but you actually only get 10 gigs. And their response was that for security purposes and to ensure that it's not being used for spam or negative purposes, we temporarily limit all new accounts until you show that you are a reputable thing. Okay. Number one, I can somewhat see that on a shared hosting platform, uh, where you are the end user, not a reseller, things like that. But That's horse crap when it comes to a reseller program. Look, you told me that I had everything unlimited. That how am I supposed to sell anything when I only get 10 gigabytes of storage or uh, a terabyte of bandwidth? There's no way that I can sell with those specs. Okay, one, maybe two accounts, and I'm not including my own account, I'm going to be using up all my available storage. I'm going to be using up all my available resources just there. So that was the first thing that I noticed that their promises that they're not keeping. Um, so the next thing is I was trying to figure out, okay, so let's see here. I'm supposed to be able to install all these AI apps and uh, language models and whatnot, right? There's nowhere to do that in here. And I've gone through every inch of this thing. There is nowhere to do that. Not even the script installer, okay, has that. All right. So if you go to script installers, you have two. First of all, SitePad is your website builder that they provide. And if you go back to the one-time offer for the SitePad builder, the website builder, I want you to take a look at the things that they say they offer. Okay, the 10,000 done for you website templates. Yes, SitePad does actually offer that. They do offer a live editor. There is a drag and drop functionality. Um, there is no one-click publish and host option for SitePad. Blazing fast page loader. Now, so this is not necessary. I would not necessarily say that this one doesn't keep most of its promises because it does. SitePad is a pretty good builder. If you've ever used anything like GoDaddy or uh, Wix or anything like that, you'll be familiar with things similar to SitePad. It's that type of builder. Okay. Um, it is that type of thing. And again, it's an open source project that anybody can download and install, at least the free version, the basic version. Um, but there is a premium version, and I do believe that that is what is given here. So I will say that. But that's what SitePad is. It does live up to what they say here for the most part. I mean, it provides everything that they say it does. So this is the probably the only one of the one-time offer upgrades that actually kind of mostly lives up to its promises. So let's go back here. Softaculous is your installer. That's where they said you could install over 400 applications. This is what you would use to do it. Now, if you've ever used any kind of shared hosting, like HostGator or InMotion or A2 hosting, you've probably seen Softaculous before. It is probably one of the most popular script installers out there, and I would say the vast majority of shared web hosts use this as a installer. Now, this is the thing is there are no AI apps in here, not a single one. Um, There are no AI apps in your main account where I told you about that you could install with one-click installer. There's no SaaS apps that they promise. None of that is here. None of it exists in here at all. So that is one of the promises that was definitely not being kept. The other thing we want to look at is before we leave Softaculous, the WordPress website dashboard. Now this really upset me. This is one that really angered me quite a bit. So if you look at it here, what they're calling their WordPress dashboard is simply the WordPress manager inside of Softaculous. And the only thing it gives you is the ability to set up your automatic updates, to do updates on your each individual site one at a time. There's no multi-site manager. There's no ability to do monthly reports or weekly reports, any kind of white label reports, anything like that. It just doesn't exist here. Okay. So that was another thing that they definitely are not being honest about. That this so-called website manager is is it's I'm sorry, it's a scam. It's a lie. They don't give you that here. It does have the automated backups. It does allow you to do one-click plugin theme updates on one site at a time. You can't do it on multiple sites at once in Softaculous. All right. All-in-one site manager dashboard, performance monitoring. Nope, that's not there. Built-in security and malware scanning. Nope, that's not there. That is installed on your website itself. Uh, User and client access manager. Nope, doesn't exist in the Softaculous Builder WordPress dashboard. Maintenance mode control does. Real-time traffic stats and usage does. White label client reporting does not. One-click app launch and managing, that's the primary purpose of Softaculous. So yes, that does exist. Centralized login system, yes, that exists. Auto update scheduling, yes. And multi-site support, yes. So there are a few things that are there and a few things that are not. So there are some falsehoods here. All right, so let's go back to our dashboard again. And we'll take another look here. So if you go back to the we already looked at the basic reseller dashboard here. Now, if you go into accounts, this is where you would create new accounts, new client accounts. If you were using something like WHMCS or something like that, box billing or whatever to manage your server, you could easily have these accounts automatically added. So it does work with those platforms. Packages, these are the hosting packages that you would create, the features that you would create and offer to each package. You can set up your own custom name servers. That is one thing that is cool. Branding, you can set up the branding for your panel. As you see, I've done a little bit of that here by putting my logo in. API manager. So you can create API tokens and connect your API, various APIs, pretty much any API to it. And of course, you have a basic firewall. Okay. If you go into CWP settings, I'm not going to go through all of these, but just to show you that it's a basic web hosting control panel that you might be used to seeing. If you've ever used cPanel, Direct Admin, or CentOS Web Panel, which is what this is again, then you're familiar with these things. It's pretty basic there. So yes, you do get a hosting platform. You do get technically have the ability to resell, but you don't have enough resources to resell. You're not getting unlimited like they claim. So that covers the first few OTOs. So let's close those out and take a look here. Now, the DFY. There's not a whole lot that I can show you about this, but you can see like in my panel here, I've been set up. Now, I've had my account for over a week and I requested the DFY access the day I ordered, the day I purchased, okay? And as you can see, nothing's been done. This is not set up, ready to use. I don't have any accounts. I don't have any packages. I don't have features set up. The only few things that exist currently in here are my custom name servers and my branding because I set those up myself when I was playing around with things. That's it. They haven't done anything else for me for this supposed DFY setup. All right. They have not built my dream AI hosting platform. They have not done any of this. And their support is ridiculously slow. They take on average 24 to 36 hours to respond to any support request, any email. So the prime support that you're supposed to get obviously is not there either. And their support is so unhelpful. They do not do anything to help you. I am very disappointed with this and very upset about this because this was one of the more expensive of the upgrades at $97. So I would have expected that they would have, done a lot more for me by now, and they haven't done anything yet. So The next one is the SEO suite. So now this one is another one that honestly I will say lives up to its promise relatively well. So what this is it actually gives you a software called Rank GPT. Now this is not a software that I'm familiar with, but I have sat and played with it for a couple of hours, and I've run some tests on it and I've looked at it. It has some decent uh, tutorials in here to show you how to walk through it and how to use it. And it does most of everything I would say that they do, that they say here. So this one is actually pretty good, and I don't really have any complaints about this one. Okay. Although I will say that I did have to nag them for 2 or 3 days before I got access to this, because when I originally signed up, my access was not given to me for this, and I had to pretty much pester them to be able to get it. And it took like 2 or 3 days before they finally provided the access. So the next one is the agency plan. Now this one is $297. This is the most expensive of all of the upgrades. Okay. And this one, again, I have seen zero delivery on any of this. Okay. Any of these promises that you see here. There is no customer management panel to create and manage your clients' accounts. There is no, I don't know about the profit sharing because I haven't been able to make a sale because I haven't been given any of this yet. All right. DFY support for our software to your customers to resolve their issues on time. Again, where? I don't see access to any of this anywhere. I've never been given any access to this at all. Um, let's see. Recurring income. Again, how could I know? Creating your own hosting plans. Yeah, I can create my hosting plans inside of here and sell those. So that kind of is promised. But that I should have already had from a couple of the previous upgrades, right? Whatever. So other than that, like I said, none of this has been delivered. None of this has actually come through for me. I have not seen any of the benefits, any of the assets that I'm supposed to get here from this. So again, basically I'm calling this an undelivered purchase. I ordered it, I paid for it. It's undelivered at this point. Okay, so the next one we're going to look at is the app suite. This one here, so again, replaces 18 complicated, expensive marketing apps. Use AI to create stunning graphics, mind-blowing 3D websites and landing pages, marketing content, smartly transform any idea into 100% fresh, audience-friendly images, 4K, Ultra 4K HD image videos, zero third-party dependency. So yeah, here is what that gives you. This is called the Marketing Hub, and this is what you get there. Now, I will say the promise that it did keep is there's no third-party dependency. I don't have to enter in a ChatGPT API. I don't have to enter in a Leonardo or Midjourney API. Any of that stuff, I can just use these things, and it offers a website creator, a video creator, image generator, graphics creator, AI chatbot, and an AI writer. Okay, there are some integrations available, so you can integrate with some of these tools. You can upload your own media files. You can search for media files and save them here. You have some tutorials. You have a support desk, which is pretty much worthless. I have sent in 3 or 4 requests through this over the last week and have received zero responses. The only way I've gotten a response from these people is by emailing them. That's it. None of this has helped. I'm not able to get support this way. Plans. These will show you what you have in terms of this and what you get, but there's no option to purchase these additional parts here. This is pretty decent. So I would say the app suite came up pretty good. It was probably worth the investment. this one piece of it was. So this is another part that I don't really have any complaints about. Now, here is the one that really makes me mad. This is the one that really kind of broke the camel's back for me and why I have requested a refund, which they are dragging their heels on, and I'll get to that in just a minute. But this is the one that really pissed me off. All right. So this one says you can sell to unlimited clients, 100% commissions on the front end, on the two front end products. So that is the basically the main package and the first of the upgrades. Okay. Those two get you 100% commissions. The other OTOs get you a varying amount of commissions, ranging, I think, from like 20 to 50%. So the commissions are pretty good. That's one good thing. Here's the thing, though. You got to pay for this, right? And all it really is an affiliate program. It's not an actual reseller. Now you see, I'm not authorized now, all of a sudden. So, but all this is an affiliate program. All right, and you pay $97 to be an affiliate. I've never heard of a company that makes you pay money to be an affiliate. In other words, pay money to sell their product that way. That is ridiculous, and it's something I've never heard of and would never do under normal circumstances. Yes, I did it here simply because by the time I got through everything else, I knew I was going to want to do a review on this product. So I went ahead and purchased all of the OTOs for that reason. And this one, they charge you $97, like I said, basically to be an affiliate. And it is ridiculous. And that to me is just the ultimate scam. And for that reason, I was very, very angry about this. All right. So So overall, I'm going to say that this product, the suite in general, is basically a massive ripoff. Um, I do not advise, would not recommend this product to anyone. In good conscience, I can't. Um, Number one, like I said, you see there's a ton of broken promises, a ton of features that you're supposed to get access to that I have yet to see more than a week after I purchased this product and spent over $600 on it. And um, they're dragging their heels about a refund. They at first they did just like anybody else would do. Their first response was, "Hey, what can we do to make it right? Blah blah blah. Can we offer you this?" No, I already. That was another thing that kind of ticked me off. They sat there and offered me one-time offer upgrades that I had already purchased, that I already had, and was supposed to have access to. They actually offered me at one point the DFY, which again, I already purchased that. I already own it. I bought your entire freaking package. So no, I don't want it. Um, and then they say that they're having trouble getting PayPal to accept the refund, to let the refund go through. Um, I didn't use PayPal account to do this. I purchased with just credit card, not with a PayPal sign in. So because I don't use PayPal, I don't have a PayPal account because I wrote PayPal off years ago. So for that reason, I just used my credit card to check out, and so the fact that they can't get PayPal to refund me is fishy in and of itself. So I mean, I'm on the verge of requesting a chargeback through my bank, which is something I've only done twice in my entire life. This would be only be the second time in my entire life that I've ever done that because I know how detrimental that is to a business, and it's the last thing I want to do to a business. But when you sit there and rip me off and you don't live up to your promises, and then you can't seem to get me the refund that I'm owed, I don't have much choice, unfortunately. And this, like I said, this is the only second time in my life I can ever remember having to do this. But yeah, in closing, I know this was a really long video. I hope you guys will sit and watch it all because I think it's really important that you hear all this information before you make this purchase. Please don't buy this. Please put your money elsewhere. I have some other products that I've purchased that do a lot of these things that this claims to do, but doesn't. And I'll do reviews on those. I'll give you better options. Okay. So Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so that you can see those videos and those reviews. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.